Hello class, I hope you are all having a good week. It's a very, very wet and cold weathered week this week. And by the way, I've started to look through all of your homework and class logs. I think most of you did really well. A lot of you typed it out and practiced English typing. I think that's a great thing, nice thing to do, since basically because of the coronavirus you can't actually go anywhere. So maybe, put yourself in the room, practice more typing is a good thing after all. Now, today we are going to do a lesson that is not in our 3A textbook. What are we doing today? Today I will send you guys, or on the Moodle, I will upload a file, and it's a lesson about reality TV show. Okay? And apart from that today, we are also going to do something that's a little bit different from before. I'm going to introduce you guys to English dictionaries. Some of the most used English dictionaries in the world. I think a lot of you probably only know the dictionaries that are available here in Taiwan, especially the Han-In dictionaries. But today I'm going to introduce a couple more that I got from New Zealand, and I think these will be helpful for you guys. Now, in my generation, we used to have big dictionaries like this. Okay, this one is originally from New Zealand, and you see how small the writing is. Now, there are usually two kinds of tools that you'll need when you study English in school. One is you need a dictionary, and then usually English teachers would ask students to get a thesaurus. Yes, a thesaurus. Now, a lot of Taiwanese students will be like, what is a thesaurus? Well, a thesaurus is kind of like a dictionary, so we'll just very quickly flip through it. It's pretty much like a dictionary, but for each vocabulary that you look up, you can all actually find similar words. So it's a little bit like 同义字典, right? We call a thesaurus. So what are the differences between the two? Well, here's the difference. For dictionaries, we usually learn the definition of words. Definition. So for dictionaries, we usually learn the definition of words, okay, which is like 单字定义, right? But for the thesaurus, we usually learn like similar words. For example, if you look up big on the thesaurus, what do you think would be a similar word to big? Yes, huge would be a similar word to big, right? So for information like this, you will need to use a thesaurus. But nowadays, do you need to have an actual dictionary this big, this heavy, like mine? No, I don't think you do. Now, basically on dictionaries online, you can actually find these dictionaries for free. Now, the most popular is the Oxford, okay? And the Oxford, you can look up Merriam-Webster and Oxford online, and you'll be able to find the details for the online dictionaries. So as I was saying, if you want to use the Oxford Dictionary, you can always type in the keywords online Oxford Dictionary, and you should be able to have access to the search engines for each vocabulary. And if you want to look up similar words, okay, you can go to online thesaurus, and you should be able to find like different search engines that work as a thesaurus. Now, what's the purpose of a thesaurus? We've talked about like dictionaries, finding definitions, thesauruses, finding similar words. Well, basically, apart from just looking up similar words, You will usually use this in writing classes. This is very helpful if you are going to write long essays, which in our class, we don't do a lot of long essays. But if you decide to go on an exchange student program, or eventually if you decide to study abroad, like in America or like England, you will be required to do essays. And this will be a great help to you. Okay, so today we're going to practice the skill of using both tools, okay, for English. Now, these are the two most well-known dictionaries. This is the Merriam-Webster. You see, where does it say? It says Webster New World Thesaurus. Webster, the full name of this dictionary is Merriam-Webster. So on Google, you gotta type in Merriam-Webster in order to find the dictionary or the thesaurus. Okay, and then for Oxford, I think everybody knows because most of our reader is from Oxford. New Jing, right? You can also look up words from Oxford Dictionary or Oxford Thesaurus. So let me tell you what we're going to do for our activity. So, as you know, we've been reading this book, right? The 39 Steps. Now, basically, we finished chapter 1 and 2. So before Friday arrives this week, I'd like you guys to preview, okay, chapter 3, which is from page 14 all the way down to page 23. So from this page to this page, okay? 14 to 23. Now, on this page, these pages, I've already circled some keywords that I'd like you to try and look up on the thesaurus for homework today. So if you like, please take out your note or notebooks or your pen, or pencil, or even your laptop. Some of you did your class reports on laptops. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down all the keywords that I've circled from chapter 3, and I'd like you to copy them down and then leave a space next to it, because I'd like you guys to do this for homework, to look up the online thesaurus and find similar keywords to the words that I've written on the board. Okay?